Hi, welcome back to my channel. On my last vlog I mentioned about the weather being a bit warm, so it was stopping from going out really because it was too hot, and I suggested that I was going to try a bit of macro, but I have no macro lens. So last week I went on Amazon and I ordered a Nisi magnification filter, which is this, and it arrived on Wednesday this week and it's now Friday. So I'm quite impressed with it. It comes in a nice packet, it's got a good nice zip, and it comes with two plastic lens covers. You take it off and it's an aluminium 77mm lens. So all you need to do is get the lens and screw it into the filter, and just finger tight, not too tight, and then it's ready to go. Well, looking at everything that I've got three L series lenses. I've got the one that I'm filming on now, which is the 24-70 EF on me M50. I've got the 200 EF, which is the 70-200, and I have 100-400 EF Mark 1, and I've got my RF 100-500. So having a little bit of look and a little bit of read, it says the best focal length that it works on is 200-300. So I decided to bring my 70-200 out of retirement, because I've not really used it all that much. Now, like I say, I've not got a dedicated macro lens, and 70-200 EF with the RF ring onto my R6. Obviously my R6 has got the battery grip, and obviously I've got a bracket for my tripod. Now I've just weighed this and it's 2.9 kilos with the macro filter at the front, so it's actually quite heavy. Now I'm going to try to be honest and open as I can. I've come to the conclusion that even though the 100-400 and the 70-200 is quite heavy, this was, I think, the easiest choice. I find using this lens for this macro stuff is a bit easier. I've got a nice big zoom in, zoom out internal, and focusing ring. So I've had a play with it over the last 2 days, and when you're outside and you're doing the wildlife outside with insects and flowers, there is quite a lot to take into account. Obviously wind, lighting, the speed of which you're going to take your photographs at, and biggest one is the focusing. Now I've tried to use this system, even though it's 2.9 kilos in weight, to try and manually focus, and I can't do it. It's too heavy. and obviously the insects and stuff are a little bit too quick. So what I have been doing, I have been using autofocus, getting the distance between my subject and the lens, which is a little bit awkward too, because the depth of field is so small, it is quite difficult. But what I've found is if an insect comes onto a leaf or a flower, I'll use the autofocus to focus on it, and then I find myself having to just move in and out a little bit, you know, just getting to the eye and then focusing, and then just moving forwards, back until the little box turns blue, and then obviously take the photograph. Now the sun's out, so fortunately I can use quite a fast shutter speed. So today I was using 1,000 of a second shutter speed. I've turned the aperture to f14 because I've been using around about f9, and I find the photographs with this lens still a little bit soft at f9. So I've gone up to f14, and it does tend to work a little bit better, even though I am still getting some soft photos, but that's probably down to me. It's going to take some practice. Now, to use this setup inside, if you get a setup inside and you get a table set up, you put an insect there and you can manually focus, you can get the lighting right, it will be much easier and the results will be fine. It does say that at 200 millimeters that the focusing magnification will be on a one-to-one basis. Now I'd like to try it with some of my tubes as well and just see what happens there. I've not tried that yet, and that's another job to do. But at the minute I'm just trying to get the hang of it, just trying to see what I can photograph, see what works, see what doesn't, and hope for the best really. So that's what I've done. Now I've been out, I've took quite a few photographs. There's more bad ones than there is good ones, so the keeper rate does drop dramatically, but you only need that one shot, and if you get something really sharp in focus on a little insect, then it's job's done in it, happy days. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the next week or so, is just having a play around with it, seeing what works best and what gives me the best results. I am hand holding, which obviously has its own drawbacks. I'm not the most stable person. I'll be brutally honest, and I do struggle a little bit with once I've got it up to my eye, and I'm focusing, and once I've got it in, you know, it's difficult. This lens doesn't have stability either, because it's the old one. But the quality is excellent. The actual lens itself, with being an L series lens, it's absolutely top-notch quality. But it's only top-notch quality if it's been used right, and getting to use it right with this converter on for the macro is challenging. So when I went out and did my bits, obviously I didn't take the vlogging camera with me, so I've took a load of pictures, I've gone through them all, and I've picked the best what I've got, and I'll put them up for you. So wish me all the best, wish me good luck for the next few weeks on trying to get some macro photography, as the weather is 32 at the minute, and it's going to be back up to 35, 37 next week. We've had a little cold snap at 25 for the last couple of days, but it's going back up as of tomorrow. So obviously it's limiting me to what I can do and where I go, because like I say, I said in the last video, I can't cope with being in the heat for too long. Hence why let's do a little bit of macro in and around the garden. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the pictures. They're not the best, I'll be brutally honest, but I'm sure it will all come to after a bit of practice. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe and the notification bell. See you later.